What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Kind of sad that I'm having to make this video. The headline caught my attention. I read the article, which was a news flash. March 30th, 2011. So it's been a while. So I don't know if people are, keen to what happened with this, or if it's just an isolated incident. I didn't really research it that much, but it just brings up a very good discussion to have about this. Okay. Now, before we get into this, if you're going to eat a certain way and it's to be healthier, make sure that it's actually, let me fix this fucking camera angle. Make sure that it's actually going to make you healthier, okay? Don't be under the guise that, oh, I heard this is healthy, so I'm going to do it. That may not necessarily be true. If you're going to eat a certain way to look a certain way, make sure that's what's going to happen when you're doing it. Now, before I get all the people flipping their shit, the vegans coming after me going, you motherfucker, you don't understand, you meat eater, you fucking animal killer, blah, 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 blah. Chill the fuck out, all right? Bottom line is, this shit happens in lots of different areas, not just veganism. But as a vegan, from what I understand, no animal products, whatever you're eating can't even be in the same state as an animal, as far as I understand. And it's very hard to find vegan products. Like, if you're looking for a branched chain amino acid, it's hard to find a BCAA formula that's vegan. I know because I had a vegan client who we were trying to keep him on his vegan thing, feed him certain supplements because he was deficient in certain things, and it was a bitch to find. And eventually the doctor just told him, stop being vegan. I mean, his doctor told him straight out, you're so depleted in certain things, and you can't find these vitamins to take because you can't find the vegan ones, or they're too expensive, or whatever the case may be. So stop fucking being vegan. The dude went out that day and had like 4 cheeseburgers. So the bottom line I'm trying to make is, let's go through the article first, this news blurb from 2011. An 11-month-old baby exclusively breastfed by a vegan mother has died, and the parents are charged with neglect after an autopsy indicating the baby suffered from deficiencies in vitamin B12 and vitamin A, both known critical to a child's development. Now, again, some people could be like, well, that's on the mother. She's not supplementing with certain vitamins that can be deficient in vegans. But a lot of the vegans that I've run into are against supplements. They don't want to use supplements because, first of all, they can't guarantee that they're vegan made and they don't have some kind of animal origin. Or they believe that you can get all the vitamins and minerals, micronutrients, from the foods you're eating. Okay, now, I never heard Mr. All you gotta do is eat the fruit of the loam and you be fine and healthy. And I never heard him talk about this. It's possible he did. I don't know. But there are deficiencies that I've seen in person. Okay, not fucking at a workup in a study somewhere. Not that I heard of somewhere, that I saw in person, like the guy that I was working with. I worked with another trainer and I did his nutrition while the other trainer did his training. He was actually a runner. And kept getting injuries over and over again. The same fucking injuries over and over again. And finally the doctor was just like, cut the shit, you're not going to heal. You don't have the nutrients that you need to heal. It's not going to get any better. You have to make a decision now. You can either stop running and being active as you are, or you can stop being vegan. Well, he chose to stop being vegan because, I guess his running was more important to him. But then you have people like that Durin Raider guy, or whatever the fuck his name is, who does all that physical activity and runs around talking about how sweet his shakes are with bananas, or whatever the fuck he does. And you go, okay, well, it works. So obviously if it works for him, it'll work for me. Well, I'm not sure whether he's deficient in anything. He never talks about his blood work. He never talks about being sick. I mean, I think he bullshits a lot. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't know many of the vegan culture that likes to supplement. So if you're not supplementing, you have deficiencies. Fuck, if you're not even vegan, you have vitamin deficiencies and mineral deficiencies. I don't give a fuck who you are. And if you think you're getting everything by foods, you're full of shit. Even if you got 100% of your daily allowance through foods, through environmental things and other shit foods that you eat, and yes, there are things with chemicals in them, your body depletes itself of certain vitamins and minerals trying to fight off all the bullshit that happens. Antioxidants, for instance. Antioxidants are the main thing that fights off carcinogens. Every time you eat a fucking burned piece of chicken or a grilled, piece of steak that has charbroiled on it, you're taking carcinogens in. Okay, every time the sun is fucking beating down on you, burning your skin, carcinogens. This stuff is all known to be cancerous. And the way that your body fights that off is by using antioxidants. Now, what do you think happens? Your body doesn't just keep producing antioxidants. You need to ingest the antioxidants to be able to keep producing them to fight this shit off. They get depleted. So now, if you're not putting them in, you're going to have health complications. Not only just that, but different vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins and all that, it just blows my mind that on such a basic level, people go, well, or the vegans go, well, we're not meant to eat meat, and I'm doing this for the better of the world. And I'm like, you're fucking yourself up. You're fucking your kid up. You are not healthy. Despite what you may look like on the outside of being thin, your insides fucking suck. You don't have the vitamins and minerals you need just to support basic life and immune function. But you're talking about being healthier and that we weren't meant to eat meat. If we weren't meant to eat meat, we wouldn't have these fuckers right here. See that? That is meant for fucking biting and tearing. We would have fucking flat molars all across of our face and look like fucking brontosaurus fucking dinosaurs. That's what it looks like when you have fucking, you're a vegetarian, leaf eater, stuff like that. Now, what do we do to curb this problem? Because veganism is a very big fad. I mean, it always has been. It's not, it's not anything new. But there's veganism and vegetarianism. So that some vegetarians go ahead and have fish and eggs, but they don't have, chicken and beef and turkey and stuff like that. So, like, there's different varying degrees. If this lady was not vegan and just had some tuna or had some fucking tilapia or had some fucking eggs, her baby would still be alive. How fucked up is that? You made a choice to save the world or whatever you're going to do, and you fucking killed your kid. Plain and simple. You didn't feed the kid what it needed, it died. It's like fucking not watering a plant. You don't water the plant because why? You want to save fucking water because of the greenhouse effect? The plant dies. Unfortunately, this was a human life that never got a chance to fucking exist on this planet for longer than 11 months because you chose something that you didn't really understand. Because if she understood it, she would have got those nutrients. I mean, who the fuck doesn't understand now they have prenatal vitamins? Okay, and they have stuff that you take in while you're feeding. I mean, people know now. This is 2014. People understand that these things need to go into your body in order to feed the kid so that the kid can grow up right. They said that, I forget the research that just came out, it was a certain percent of, like, I think it's like the first 6 months, like the brain develops, the most in the first 6 months or whatever the fuck it is after the kid was born. So IQ can actually be raised if the right nutrients are there. So now Americans are actually going to other countries and supplying these other countries babies with certain vitamin and mineral nutrient packs so that these kids will actually have a higher IQ and be smarter because they're not getting the vitamins in the countries that they're in due to the fact that they can't, farm the food or kill the food or whatever. They don't have the nutrients. And they found that, hey, this makes the kids actually smarter. So if you want the kids to, generation after generation to progress, you got to feed their fucking brains. Not only are you not feeding their brains, you're not feeding their bodies if you're not giving them the right nutrients. And, some of the formulas, the baby formulas on the market, they're lacking vitamins and minerals. I think there's only one baby formula on the market that has everything that the baby needs. And I can't remember the name offhand. It's slipping my mind at this second. But one, out of all the baby formulas and foods and stuff, there is one on the market that actually has everything that your baby needs in it. The breast milk, as long as you're taking the right nutrients and micronutrients and you're taking everything in that you need to, that's the best way to get your baby fed. But if you're doing a formula, be aware, do your research. The research is there. The internet is a great thing. It can be a fucking confusing thing, but it can be a great thing for information and knowledge. But do the research. Fuck, man. Why would you want to see something like this happen, like that happened to this baby? I think most parents would do anything, anything for their kids. But this lady didn't take a vitamin A and vitamin B12 supplement. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is the blog, and where this is, make sure you know what you're doing before you do a bicep, and we're out.